Hello and welcome. Today we're going to build step by step the most important part of any university essay, the introduction paragraph. If you're getting ready for your degree, this is a skill you'll absolutely want to master. So let's get started. Now, many of you have probably spent a lot of time learning how to write for exams, maybe something like the IELTS. And that is a fantastic start. But writing for a university degree, well, it just follows a different set of rules. It's not harder, not at all. It's just a new style. And we're going to learn that new style together, starting with the very first sentence. So the first big change we need to make in our thinking is all about that opening sentence. In many exams, you're taught to start with a hook, something to grab the reader's attention. For academic writing, we're going to replace that hook with something a little more professional. This slide shows the difference perfectly. On the left, you see that hook style. Money is the most important thing in the world today. It's very dramatic, right? It's designed to get your attention fast. But now, look at the right side. This is the academic style. Global financial markets rely heavily on the stability of international trade agreements. See how it's not dramatic? Instead, it sounds professional, clear, and confident.
So what do we call this new kind of opening sentence? Well, it's called a declarative sentence. It's a simple name for a really powerful tool, and it's going to be the new starting point for all of your university essays.
The name itself gives us a really big clue. To declare something just means to state it as a fact very clearly and very firmly. So notice it's not an opinion and it's not a question. It's a confident statement that introduces your topic. And this right here is the key idea. In academic writing, you don't get your professor's attention with drama. You earn it with clarity. When you start with a clear, factual statement, you're telling your professor, I am serious and I understand the topic I'm about to discuss. Okay, so you've written a strong, declarative first sentence. What's next? To build the rest of the introduction paragraph, we're going to use a really helpful picture in our minds, a triangle. I want you to picture a triangle that is upside down. We start at the top where it's wide. That's step one, our broad declarative opener. Then, as we move down the triangle, it gets narrower. That's step two, where we add more specific details. And finally, we get to the very bottom, the sharp point. That's step three, your specific argument, which we call your thesis statement. But how do we actually get from that wide opening to the specific point? How do we build that middle part? We use something called the rule of three. You can think of it like building a bridge that connects your general topic to your specific argument. Let's look at a quick example to make this really clear. Imagine your essay topic is about the benefits of renewable energy. Using the rule of three, you'd pick three main ideas to focus on. Here you can see we've chosen environmental impact, economic growth, and energy security. These three things become the pillars that will support your whole argument. All right, we've come to a really important point now, and this is something that a lot of students find confusing at first. It is so important to understand the difference between the first sentence of your introduction and the last sentence. Let's break it down. This chart makes the difference really obvious. Let's look at the first column, the declarative opener. Its job is to introduce the general topic. It's a fact, something you can tech, like AI in healthcare has transformed diagnostic procedures. Now look at the second column, the thesis statement. Its job is to introduce your argument. This isn't just a fact, it's your specific opinion, something you have to prove, like hospitals should increase investment in AI tools. So it's fact versus argument. That's the big difference. Okay, so we've talked about our three main tools, the declarative opener, the rule of three, and the thesis statement. Now, let's put all the pieces together and look at a perfect example of an academic introduction. So let's begin with step one, the opener. The integration of artificial intelligence in healthcare has transformed diagnostic procedures over the last decade. Notice how this is a broad, factual statement. It's not an opinion. It's a declarative sentence that calmly and professionally introduces our general topic. Now we move to step two, the middle of our triangle. The sentence says, AI offers advantages in speed, accuracy, and the management of patient data. Can you see the rule of three right there? The writer has clearly told us the three pillars their essay is going to be about: speed, accuracy, and data management. And finally, we've arrived at the point of our triangle, the thesis statement. Therefore, despite ethical concerns, hospitals should increase investment in AI tools to improve long-term patient outcomes. Do you see that word, should? That's a huge clue that this is an argument. The writer is no longer just stating facts. They are making a specific claim they will have to prove. This sentence becomes the main idea for the entire essay. So there you have it. That's the entire structure of a strong academic introduction. But, understanding it is just the first part. To really learn it, you have to practice. So let's talk about a simple exercise you can do to start building this skill right away. Let's just do a quick review with our triangle one last time. Remember, you start wide at the top with a fact. You move to the middle and get more focused with your 3 points. And you end at the sharp bottom with your specific argument. That's the whole plan. So here's your first practice step. It's small, but it's so important. For your next essay topic, don't worry about writing the whole introduction. Just focus on the first sentence. Your job is to try writing 3 different versions of a clear, factual, declarative opener for your topic. If you can get really good at this one sentence, your confidence will grow so much. You now have the basic tools, the architecture for writing at a university level. The secret is just to be clear, to be structured, and to be professional right from sentence number 1. So the question I'll leave you with is this: what is the first topic you are going to declare? Good luck with your studies.